Okay, recap from week 5 and a little bit for week 4 because as I'm a man of my word, I said the Chargers were going to lose to the Raiders on Monday night of week 4. They ended up beating them 28-14. So my record became 13-6. The Bucks beat the Dolphins 45-17. I thought it was going to be way closer than that. Was not. I thought the Dolphins were going to cover. They did not. So now that puts our record at 14-6. The Pats beat the Texans 25-22. Now, I want to talk about this for a second. Davis Mills did really well. That's probably the best I've ever seen him look. He did really well. They played hard, but the Texans looked like a different team in the second half. They had the Patriots on the ropes, and they ended up losing the game because they ended up missing field goals. They ended up having to take timeouts because they can't get the proper personnel on. They can't do this. They can't do that. It was a lot of mistakes. So with saying that, now granted, there was 7 extra points missed, and all of yesterday, and probably around the same field goals have been missed. So I'm gonna say that, but you can't take a timeout because you can't get the personnel on the field because you don't know what you're supposed to do. You gotta know. You have to understand. So that puts our record at 15-6. Now I'm gonna do the Sunday night game. The Bills beat the Chiefs 38-20. Now, I have to say something. The Bills played extremely well. They did. And the adversity they had to go through because of halftime, then they had the rain/lightning delay. They could not play at the time, so they had to just sit around for about an hour. Eastern Standard Time, it was about an hour and 15 minutes. So, the Bills end up winning. The Chiefs did not play very well. In fact, they played pretty awful. You can't turn the ball over. Your defense can't stop anyone. And the Chiefs' defense has always looked strange to me. Like, they've never looked really good. No Chris Jones. He didn't play. Frank Clark, this was his first time playing in a long time. He hasn't played. And you can't go full snaps with him. So, defense didn't play well. Your offense played good until they started turning the ball over and it became just a turnover massacre over here. It was just all over the place. I was like, what are we doing? I mean, like, there was one ball that went right through Tyreek Hill's hands that probably would not have been a first down, but at least it wouldn't have been a turnover and a pick 6. And finally, the Cowboys beat the New York Giants. So, before I go into the Cowboys analysis, it's a combined 17-6. Now, so a record 17-6. But go back to the Cowboys and Giants game. The Cowboys started off not very good. There was a great interception by the defensive end. Dak threw it where it should have gone to the flat because no one was there. Zeke was the only one there. It would have been a big game. But the defensive end ends up going to try and swat the ball. The ball pops up in the air. He dives for it and gets the interception. It was a great play. Tyler Biadasz, I don't know what happened, but yesterday he was off. He was just off. Everything. Low, high, outside, inside. I was like, what are we doing? We've started from football, now we're baseball, ball, here, there, low, up, whatever. It was just ridiculous. Now, granted, the turnover in the red zone. Dak probably should have caught that ball. It was not a terrible one. He probably mixed that one out of 10 times in his sleep. But it happened. Then the Cowboys ended up turning it on. They made some plays. The defense stopped the Giants offensively. So that was good. Also the fact we have to talk about Saquon getting injured, Jones getting injured, and Galladay getting injured does not help that situation. Because now you're talking about you got a rookie at wide receiver. You got a guy who's only made 27 starts in his career at quarterback. And now you got a guy who is a rookie playing wide receiver number 1 because you don't have anyone. You don't have Sterling Shepard. You don't have any guy to really take over that number 1 position. But the Cowboys played well on offense, well on defense. Ended up getting 2 interceptions. One, again, throwing the Trayvon Diggs. Why do you even throw to him? Okay, don't throw it to him. Don't throw to his side. It makes no sense. Then, the one near the end of the game, Anthony Brown jumps it out, brings it back for a pick 6. As the Cowboys won 44-20. Again, a game I thought was going to be close. Turned out it wasn't close. The Cowboys already kind of running away with this division. Heading into week 5, we have on Thursday night Bucks versus Eagles. The Eagles are favored by Eagles are getting +7. I don't think the Eagles can keep up with the Bucks, especially if Jason Pierre-Paul plays. There's no way it's going to happen. Bucks are going to win. They're going to cover. Score is going to be, in my mind, it's going to be 35-20. Chiefs versus Washington football team. Washington football team is getting +6.5. This is a great game for the Chiefs to have a team that doesn't have really an offense. Their defense is good, but their offense is terrible. This is what you need. Chiefs are going to win this game. And I'm not even sure it's going to be close because the Washington football team, as good as their defense is, they've struggled. So, because on the field too much. So the Chiefs are going to win. The Chiefs are going to cover. They're probably going to blow out Washington in my mind. In my professional opinion, I think they are going to blow them out. The score is going to be 40-28. The concern I have for the Chiefs is, can their defense actually play good? That's a question we need to figure out. Cowboys versus New England Patriots. The Patriots are given +4. That is probably going to be bet down. I think the Cowboys have played really well. They've scored 40 points in the last 3 games. I think the Cowboys will win these games. And again, against New England, Cowboys won all their home games so far. They've won 1 game on the road. If they can beat New England, head into their bye week, end up being 5-1, that's a good position to be in. So, I predict the Cowboys will win. It's going to be interesting to see what Dan Quinn decides to do. But I see the Cowboys winning. Score is going to be close. I don't know if the Cowboys are going to cover. I don't believe they will. But if it gets bet down to 2, the Cowboys are going to win a score of 35-32. Raiders at Broncos. Broncos are favored by 3. The Raiders have been on a skid. The Broncos have been on a skid. If Teddy Bridgewater plays, the Broncos are probably going to win this. Raiders got to find where that defense is that they had in the first 3 weeks. But as I said, the Broncos are going to win. I don't know if the Broncos are going to cover, but I think the score is going to be close game. 21-20 Broncos. And finally, Cards versus Browns. Browns are favored by 2.5. Cards are 5-0. Browns lost a nail biter against the Chargers, where they actually the defense actually pushed the running back into the end zone. So I say Browns are going to lose this because I think the Cards are just way too good. They got too many weapons. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. It's going to be hard to stop Kyler Murray. Cards are going to win. They're going to be 6-0. Cards are going to win, not outright by a lot, but they'll win. The score is going to be 28-20.